Welcome everybody back into the Taste Buds podcast. As always, it's Drew, aka Big Red Belly.
Ben, aka Sauce.
And Kenneth, also known as Infinite K.
Great episode as always. We're in full swing of the NBA free agency, and I am currently out of town on vacation. That's why this episode's coming out to you a little late, along with us trying to just try to not miss all the NBA free agency because we only do 1 week episodes, and everything's changing every hour for the NBA. Before we get into all that, how are you guys doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm also actually out of studio right now. I'm at the Summit Hoops gym right now. Just doing some work in. And but yeah, I mean I wouldn't miss the pod for anything. So I'm trying to multitask right now. I'm actually squatting 450 right now, but
Ooh.
I'm
A
actually on
light
my
day.
20th
That's
rep right now.
It's
Like
your
I
wa-
made
it's your
yeah,
warm
like
up,
day
my
for
right?
balance.
It's your warm up, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if they have enough weights here for me, but we'll make do. But yeah,
Yeah.
Kenneth, how you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. Just enjoying the day off. And yeah.
Okay, we're going already into it. When we saw you guys last, the draft hadn't even happened. So I know
Yep.
that right now we're like when this is posted, we'll be in the full swing of NBA free agencies. But we have to go over the draft real quickly, guys. What are your thoughts on the draft? Do you have any overbearing thoughts? Because let's just start with the beginning. Obviously, Flag goes one, Harper goes second. And then I think there was a toss up who would go third. And luckily the Sixers they made the right decision and they took VJ Edgecombe. You guys were both at the house. Obviously, I threw a big old function over, my yearly draft party.
Yep.
Um but what are your thoughts on those first three picks, if any?
Um, I I was watching another podcast and he said about the last week before the draft that Edgecombe was the consensus number three, was
Mm.
consistent was going to be the number three pick. So I mean, all three I think were the right decisions, and then I think the draft really started at number four with Con Knipple going. I think that was the first spot where you didn't know
The
what
Hornets, yeah.
the Hornets were going to do. Um, I didn't really watch much college basketball, but Con Knipple does not look like an NBA. Does not look like a basketball player.
Oh my god. Yeah,
But
he looks like the most whitish white guy ever.
yeah, doesn't even
He's
look built.
from No, he's not, but I'll tell you what he is. He's a good player. He's immediately obviously going to be a great shooter, mid range and from three. He played some awesome minutes in the Duke run. That's where I really obviously locked in was March Madness. He's a competent passer. I know this is so stereotypical for talking about a white guy, but sure, damn it, does he compete on the defensive end? He really
Yep.
tries his ass off. But I'm not even joking. That's literally I don't know if you guys seen the breakdown, but
Yeah,
literally,
I
yeah,
know.
he competes on the defensive end. It's insane. And I think it is a complete switch of what they did last year, where again they're taking huge swings, just
Yep.
like just dumb, and they get Knipple, who is going to be a sure thing in this year's and then in the coming years. Do you see? Have you guys seen the entire breakdown of the Hornets off season so far?
No.
Yeah.
You have?
Yeah.
Have you seen it's all white guys?
Yeah. Pat Connington
They got like five white
drafted
guys.
two white guys.
It is so funny. But yeah, they remember they got Liam McNeely as well,
Yep. And they traded
and
for
they
who they
traded
get? They
their
traded
the
Nurkic.
yep. No, they
Well,
traded Vasily. They traded Micic, right, to you guys.
yeah, for Pat
Yeah,
Connington.
Connaughton. We'll get
They got
into.
more.
Yeah, I know, but yeah, they got a bunch of white guys. I think it's funny that
Yeah.
that is the direction they're going. But do you guys have any other thoughts on Knipple, or well, let's just keep moving.
No, I like
We
Knipple.
keep going.
I did too.
Highest
I like it.
floor.
I like big form. What's up?
Highest
5.
floor.
This is what I mean. Again, the Sixers were literally mocked to picking this Ace Bailey the entire draft, but until the last week and a half, 2 weeks, when Ace's stock started tanking. But the Jazz stayed true, even though Ace told them not to draft him. They draft Ace Bailey at 5, and he was not happy. He went black screen on his socials. He was not smiling when he stood up or was in there. But what are your thoughts on Ace going 5 to the Jazz?
I think it's a great fit for both of them. I don't know why he's so mad. He's going to get up all the shots he wants, especially after they traded Colin Sexton away, which I'm sure we'll
And
get
they're
to.
also
But
releasing Clarkson.
yep, Clarkson
Yep,
left for the Knicks.
those are
So
a lot of shots. So yeah, if you can really see if he actually has star potential in the first
yeah,
2 years, you'll be able to see if he's more KD, more Jabari Smith. But Jabari Smith is good, but yeah.
yes.
Okay, Kenneth, do you have any thoughts on Ace?
He said he didn't want to go to the Jazz, and he ended up being at the Jazz. Like that was his least wanted team to go to, and it's crazy.
No, he did. He did not want to go to the Sixers. He didn't want to go to a lot of teams.
Yeah, and it's crazy how
I want to
you're
go
a
to the
top
Wizards.
you're a top pick and you don't want to go to a team, and it's literally a draft lottery. Like, go cry about it. Go make a name for yourself somewhere.
I'm so happy he's not on our team because we just don't need that in the locker room. You know what I mean?
You need that hunger
Yeah.
from
You
Edgecombe.
don't need that guy. You don't need. Yeah, you need VJ Edgecombe.
Yeah,
Absolute
you need that
dog.
edging.
Yeah, we need to keep
Sixers
edging.
need some edge.
They always
Yeah.
do.
VJ is a great guy, and Ace has some question marks. So,
He is. Yeah, he is a lot.
but yeah,
But,
he
let's
has a very high ceiling. I like it for the Jazz because they really are in like no man's land, and at least they take a swing on this guy who could, like you said, be KD.
And this isn't like a Hornet swing. This is you see a path because even though he took a lot of middies last year, he actually shot them pretty efficiently, like mid-range jumpers alone, not 3-pointers or anything else. But the mid-range shot is definitely there.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's do you want to keep moving?
Yep.
Yep.
The Suns had a very interesting offseason so far, including the draft. What are your guys' thoughts on how they've done?
I mean, I like Malawach and Mark Williams. I mean, Mark Williams is more of the short term option, and Malawach can step in and be the obviously long term solution at center with him being a rookie. And Mark Williams, obviously, he's bad defense. He can't stay healthy, and Malawach is amazing on defense and still needs to refine his skills on offense. So it's a good mix, and I'm sure they're hoping they can kind of build off each other and be a more complete player. But yeah, I love Malawach and I love Mark Williams for them.
I think they did a fantastic job.
Yep. They're definitely one of the teams that I was debating on putting for my winners.
Also, the Timberwolves trading with them, and they got the first pick of the second round.
I was about to say,
Rasheer
Kenneth,
Fleming.
Kenneth, you loved Rasheer.
I wanted Rasheer on my team, and then we ended up getting what's his face. I'm trying to look for him right now.
But I don't even know. It's some second round guy. I don't even.
Zikarsky from Australia.
I don't even know.
And then a dude from Creighton in the first round.
Mm-hmm. Who'd you get from Creighton?
One of the tall dudes.
I don't know.
I think it was.
I don't know names. I know faces. It's fine.
Who knows?
But yeah, the Suns did an absolutely fantastic job. Obviously, they open up this all by trading Kevin Durant for Jalen Green and Dylan Brooks, which is nasty. And then, yeah, like their entire all of their bigs, they were a guard team. They're like the Sixers. They had a bunch of guards. Now they've completely, at least shored up theoretically, their big rotation with Fleming for power forward, and you go Dylan Breck small, and then you probably go Booker Green as your 1-2 punch, and then you switch out Malawat and Mark Williams. You could maybe try to run double big to help the defensive side more, where you might be giving up threes, but you might be able to defend them well because Malawat is just going to be an immediately positive defender. And even though Mark Williams isn't a good defender, maybe him at a 4 would be better. And then again, you have Fleming maybe at the 4 instead to give you more like of an outside shot. I like that they have lineup versatility now, and they just like the future is so much brighter. They do still have Jalen Green though, so at the end of the day it sucks.
Yeah.
No offense, Jim. He's so ass.
Would you rather have Jalen Green or Kuzma?
Kuz.
Is that taking
You
away
hear me?
their age? Yeah.
Well, Evan going peak for peak, Kuzma was a good role player, good defensive role player at a point in his career.
Yeah.
With a little bit of like tertiary shot creation, like third or fourth like option type of guy, like where you don't feel like the worst thing with the ball in his hands. Where now it feels like he's uncomfortable on the court. He doesn't know his role. Like when I watch him, don't you feel that too? That he doesn't even know what he's doing sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's completely different. So I'm looking at and then Jalen Green's bad defensively and playmaker. If his shot's going, he can be a good scorer. But just all around player, yeah, I would rather Kuz. Thinking he can get back to that, maybe.
Yeah.
So I lied about the Creighton dude that's Hornets. It was just an Australian dude and French dude that we drafted or that we got.
Second round or first?
Second round was Australia, and first round was France. Both centers.
Well, do you want to let's keep rolling. Do you guys have any other any teams, winners, losers this draft? Well, yeah, let's go with that. What are your guys' winners and losers this draft?
I actually I'm prepared for this one.
Let's do winners first.
I have my winner of the draft, and I have some honorable mentions for the teams that I obviously thought won as well. But this is the team that I like the most coming out of this. It's the Charlotte Hornets. They drafted Concanoople, got Liam McNeely in the trade. They got rid of Mark Williams, and then in the second round they got Sion James and Ryan Kalkbrenner. Ryan Kalkbrenner's the Creighton dude. He's 7'1", and he's pretty good. Almost carried that Creighton team. I love the Hornets' future, and I think that they could definitely look to pave their path to their success. And my honorable mentions are the Suns, Nets, and Sixers. And yeah.
Awesome. Cool to hear our name on it. Ben, you have a winner of the draft that you want to go over?
I actually did not come prepared. I saw you put that a week ago, and I forgot about it. But off the dome, I mean, the Hawks, obviously, the trade they made, everybody's been talking about getting the unprotected best first-round pick between the Pelicans and Bucks next year. And who'd they get? I forgot. It's like Asa Newell, right?
Asa Newell?
Who'd they draft? Yeah.
You're talking about Atlanta?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I like their draft getting that first-round pick for next year and still getting Asa Newell. And my two losers would be the Pelicans for giving up that and getting Derek Queen. And then also the Nets. I know Kenna said honorable mention for the best, but I think taking all 5 of those first-round picks I think it's the most people drafted by a single team in the first round. They didn't trade any of them. They got 4 playmakers and a big man.
Yeah, no, they suck.
Yeah.
They got a bunch of Josh Giddey.
Yeah, I mean,
I ain't know that.
I was about to say, with them having Cam Thomas and Michael Porter Jr., maybe that's why they got 4 playmakers to get them the ball. But for real, that's not a good.
No.
Yeah.
Igor Demon was the biggest reach in the first round.
What about the Chinese guy, Hansen?
Ah! I'm podcasting. Get out of here.
Young Hansen.
The fans are
Yeah.
breaking in. It's ridiculous.
They found your vacation spot.
What's up?
They found your vacation spot.
I think I was
Fans.
seen on the street, and then that they come in hordes. That's ridiculous.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I mean,
But yeah,
I
what
don't think.
about
Luckily, I hope they don't dox me. But
Hansen Yang?
I got security. Oh yeah, Hanson Yang. I don't know. I would consider the way that I break down players, Igor Demon, the bigger reach. A top 10 pick. Hanson Yang was like worse than below 15.
He was 16.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. He's being projected to be the next Yao Ming. What do y'all think about that?
No, I've literally seen him being compared to Jokic, not Yao Ming.
Yeah.
This is Yao Ming because he's Chinese. Yeah, this is one of the first player comps, and this is why it was picked so high, where the player comp and the ceiling of him is Jokic. We just haven't had that yet of that level guy. We've had obviously like everyone else where even Giannis comps, Joel comps with Malawach, but a Jokic type player you don't see that.
Yeah.
So that's why it was picked in the first round. But yeah, I mean, if Igor Demon sucks. He's just a taller Josh Giddey and a worse shooter. Again, a problem with creating and finishing, and a good passer though. Yeah, I don't get it. Okay, well let's go to losers. Who are your biggest losers of the draft? I think mine would be it's Brooklyn, and we just talked about that.
Yeah. So it would be my loser.
Mm-hmm.
Mine is the Raptors. They drafted a guy in the first round that said "fuck" in a disappointed tone, and it sounded like he doesn't really want to be there. They didn't make any trades. I don't know how good Elijah Martin is, but if I was a Toronto fan, I would have liked to see a little bit more from them because they only used 2 draft picks, and they got a guy from South Carolina South Carolina is a pretty good school. But it doesn't look like he wants to be there. A lot of people.
I don't get
the fit.
It has been cleared up. He posted on Instagram.
Yes,
that he was saying realization, soaking it all in. I can't believe this.
Yeah.
And he also posted that with a picture of him wearing a Raptors shirt jersey a year or two ago.
Yeah.
So then,
I don't think that the player, his attitude is a problem. I think it's the fit with this team. I don't even hate Colin Murray-Boyles. I could see him being a rotational forward, not a star at all, but like a good role player. But he's going to a team that already has 3 established forwards of Barnes, Brandon Ingram, and then RJ Barrett. It's
we'll get to the Raptors with free agency, but they do not make any sense.
No, they don't. I don't get the fit. I don't even hate Colin Murray-Boyles. But yeah. And then I was literally debating fears or winners for the Pelicans because I hate the fit and I hate how much they gave up to get Derek Queen. But I really like Jeremiah Fears and I like Derek Queen.
I love Derek Queen.
So I think I like both of those guys. I think both of those are going to be good players. I just don't like the way that they had went about getting them. And yeah, I think that's all our draft talk. Do you guys want to say anything else? I'll say one more thing. I like Trey Johnson to the Wizards. I really like that. I think that'll be fun.
What are your thoughts on Johnny Broom?
He was the second most productive player almost in college sports, but the lack of athleticism and the lack of a shot that I actually trust. And he's only 6'9" and could play the center position, and because he can't be a shooter, possibly doesn't give me a lot of hope. I do think that he is actually comfortable with the ball in his hands more than other players would be. I mean, he's a very competent playmaker. He's actually a very underrated passer, which I like. I think he can definitely find people in cuts, but he's 6'9" as a center, who maybe he could be moved to forward if that shot come around. I think he shot 28% from three on not super high volume because he's a center. I didn't only take not too many, but yeah, maybe good. Like he is a baller, but athleticism and height is the problem. If this guy was even 6'11", I'd be happier.
Hurts.
Yep. Also, shout out the Bulls. They got Noah Senge. I kind of like him. Okay.
All right.
You guys want to get into it?
Yep.
So, if you guys remember from our NFL offseason videos, I wrote down every single. I charted down every single move that was made for every team, and we kind of went at them all at one time, all rapid fire. And I will be doing that for the NBA. You guys will see, as of right now, because I've already had to update it once, that where we're at, we are currently Wednesday the 2nd at 2:40. We are recording this. And
Eastern time.
Eastern time. And that's where we're caught up so far. So do you guys want to say anything else on the draft or say anything before we jump into this?
No, I'm all right. I'm ready.
Ben?
No.
Okay. Let's start with the top. Where is it? There it is. Kyrie signs back to Dallas on a 3-year, $119 million contract, including a player option in 2027-28.
So,
Woo.
Are you talking to somebody else, Ben? Do you need me to fan?
oh yeah. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
I can't badmouth the fans, but I mean, like I literally have like 1,200 pounds on my back right now squatting, and I getting swarmed.
Yeah, it's a problem. Yeah, Kyrie signs back to Dallas. What are your guys' thoughts?
Woo.
Hawks are not Hawks. Mavs are gonna be low key nasty.
Yep, they are. I like the contract for a 33-year-old.
It's so unfortunate that Nico Harrison is getting
Rewarded for
gifted.
being a big time
Yeah.
baby. Yes.
Yes.
Egotistical. Okay. Fred VanVleet re-signed on a 2-year, $50 million contract with a player option in 2026, 2027. Rockets are also going to be really nasty. They have made
Yes, they are.
We'll go into it more, but I like this contract for them.
That's what I say.
Yeah, I like the contract. Frees up Kevin Durant because if it was just Kevin Durant in the half court, it'd be a little iffy because of his age. But you had Fred VanVleet and KD, that could be a competent half court offense. Okay, John Collins exercises his $26.5 million player option to stay with the Jazz. Don't care.
Nope.
And then right now is when the draft starts. So if you're following the order of operation, right now is when the draft would have started. During the draft, okay, we already talked about Mark Williams. Do we need to talk about it anymore?
No.
Okay. Andre Drummond picks up his $5 million year player option to stay in Philly. Boo! Please trade. But then the Sixers signed Justin Edwards to 3-year, $6 million contract. Very good. That's awesome. He was slicking up with BJ Edgecombe and some practice pictures. And yeah, that's good. I like him a lot. Naz Reid signs 5-year, $125 million contract, including a 5th-year player option.
That's a really good thing for the T-Wolves. They kept their
Naz
guy.
Reid could have gotten way more money. He'll make so to put it in perspective on how much money like he's giving up, he will make $25 million next year, which makes him the 73rd highest player salary next year. 3 years ago, just 3 years ago, the 73rd highest player, which is what he'll be making this year, made $19.5 million. Over the course of the contract, he's probably going to lose like 12 to 15 million on the table by not like making a part of the cap. He seems to be staying, and this is why I think he took the kind of took a little bit of a pay cut. He's staying in Minnesota because they took a chance on him when he first came to the NBA. The fans love him, and he also loves it there. Like Anthony Edwards doesn't even have like they made towels. They made Nas Reed towels. They have a Nas Reed day. Anthony Edwards doesn't even have a Nas Reed day. Like they love him there. I mean, Anthony Edwards day. Boop. Like yeah, they love him.
Yep.
Okay, keep rolling.
Yep.
Cool. The Bulls are sending Lonzo Ball straight up to go to the Cavs for Isaac Okoro. Great move.
It is.
Ben, are you still there? Oh, Ben.
Ben's with the fan right now.
I know. It's
So
ridiculous. He could probably still hear, but I was
yeah.
like, someone's got input. That's really good for the Cavs because Isaac Okoro was completely out of their playoff rotation, and I think Lonzo will immediately be so much better than that. That's
Yeah.
great. Davion Mitchell signs 2-year, $24 million contract to stay with the Heat. That seems fair.
He did good there. I think
they have money to throw around off
Yeah.
night. Maybe he could be a little more consistent. I think he was good.
Yep.
Sam Merrill signs 4-year, $38 million contract to stay with the Cavs.
Oh.
He didn't even suck. A lot of the 3-point shooting of the Cavs sucked, but I think he shot like 36% on, I think it was 7 attempts in the playoffs. That's not that bad for that amount of volume. Batum declines his player option. Okay.
Wow.
Nope. Keep going. Garrett Temple signs 1 year, $3.6 million contract to return to the Raptors. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Have you heard anything or?
No, I was talking to another fan.
Okay. Well, we talked about Nas Reed, the Bulls, Lonzo for Cavs, Davion Mitchell, and Sam Merrill, and Batum declining his player option. Do you have any thoughts on any of those?
Sam Merrill, Bucks legend. He was on the team when we won the championship. Nas Reed's a good contract.
It's a great contract.
We'll get to Miles Turner, but he said that was like his basis of wanting more than Nas Reed because Miles Turner was starting center on a championship team, and Nas Reed's obviously a backup. But
Nas Reed is better than
that doesn't mean
that's fine. Okay, I just shout out that Garrett Temple signs 1 year, $3.6 million contract to return to the Raptors. It's pretty cool.
Yep.
Yeah, he's the president of the NBA Players Association, NBA PA.
Yeah, this is his 16th year in the NBA. This will make it 16th.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Knowledgeable guy.
Asian Duke Dennis signs 3-year, $24 million contract to stay with OKC. Thoughts?
Mr. 3 points per game.
Here comes the money.
There for morale.
Here comes the money.
I don't know, man. He actually he has passing chops. Again, this is like Janai Broom. If Asian Duke Dennis is peak Janai Broom. Like good passer. Duke Dennis is a better like shooter, and they're both the same height. Like they're literally like that's why I don't get the Janai Broom thing. You could just be perfect Jalen Williams. Okay, LeBron opts into his $52.6 million player option. Everyone's mad. What are your thoughts?
I don't know. It might be his last year for real. I mean, people have been saying it for the past 5 years.
Have you seen people saying that?
23.
Have you seen people that say that they were upset that he even like opted into it and he should have took a vet minimum?
Yeah. And then, I mean, other people have said if he takes a vet minimum, people will say he's trying to get a super team. And if he doesn't take, or if he takes his money, people are going to be like, why isn't he being a team player?
Yeah, let's not act like Jordan and Kobe. Kobe, in the end of his career, was taking up 60% of the roster with his salary, and they just sucked.
Yeah.
And then, Jordan was getting a bunch of money on a shitty Wizards team. LeBron is actually still good.
Yeah, it's easy
LeBron,
for people to sit on the couch and say, yeah, just like give up $47 million. I mean, even though he is a billionaire, I mean, it's still 50 M's,
Yeah.
and he's still worth the money.
yeah,
So
who's guys? Let's play a game. Who's making more money, Paul George or LeBron James next year?
Paul
Paul
George.
George,
There's another one. Who's making more money, Jamal Murray or LeBron James?
Jamal Murray.
That's crazy, right?
Yep.
When you put it in perspective, even like the people that he's next to, he's still worth this money.
Yeah. I mean, people say obviously Jamal Murray's never been an all-star, but obviously so much more than that. But still, obviously
No, there's
nowhere
different
near
levels.
LeBron.
It's a different level. It's a different level. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Malik Beasley. Gambling.
This is funny. This is all the memes from it.
It's crazy. There's so many clips of him sucking, and then people are just chalking up to gambling, which sometimes it does look like it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or him like running down the clock. It's crazy. Okay. Any other thoughts? Malik Beasley fan here, Ben. Any thoughts?
He is being investigated for his one season with the Bucks. And I saw there's specifically one game where there's like $100,000 placed by one person on his under for rebounds, under 2.5 rebounds, and he ended up getting 6 rebounds, so the bet didn't even win.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing I saw. I mean, there's been no evidence that he's. We haven't really seen anything that would say that he's guilty. Obviously, running down the clock, but that was not in the same year. And then
Did
the
y'all
play on
see-
defense against Halliburton, where he slips him by, that's just him
He's
sucking.
just a bad defender. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like clips of him sucking, and then people blaming it on like gambling.
And then it's so funny. People show the clip in the playoffs against the Knicks, him fumbling it. Like he did that on
my
purpose.
god, yeah, like at the end of the shot clock. I mean, the end of the clock. Like,
End of the game.
Yeah.
He
He was
did not
just
do that on
it
purpose.
was just a bang bang play of. He probably thought Cade was going to take a crazy shot, but they doubled him, leaving him open, and the ball's coming towards him, and he's not ready. He's not planted.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, did you guys see Terry Rozier actually got cleared?
Oh yeah.
So, and people definitely thought he was a sure thing. So it doesn't mean anything, I don't think.
And do you see Beasley's being sued by a sports betting company?
Oh,
Yeah,
Nice.
he owes the company $600,000 and gambling money,
jeez.
and they're
That's
suing him
insane.
for $2 million for legal
Insane.
fees. And yeah, so
That's crazy. So we'll see with him.
yeah,
Dorian Finney-Smith declines his $15.4 million player option to be with the Lakers. Unfortunate. I wonder if he'll go anywhere.
yeah. I wonder. I want him on the Bucks.
Kelly Oubre picks up his $8.4 million player option to stay with the Sixers. I like that
Yeah, it's good money.
because he obviously didn't shoot as well that last year, but I mean, dude, he's not. He's literally. I'm not joking. There's some games where it's his picture on the NBA app for like the stars of the game. Because Maxey, George, McCain, Embiid are all dead. So who else would you put up there? Who's our fifth guy? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And it was Kelly Oubre. I'm like he was overtaxed. So Sixers fans are freaking out because his efficiency sucked and he's putting up dumb shots. But it's like, what are you gonna do? I really like that. Okay, Julius Irving
Nope.
signed what?
Julius Randle.
God damn!
Not
It
Irving.
says that on my. It says that too. I'll screenshot. Julius Randle signs 3-year, $100 million contract to stay with the Timberwolves. I like it.
Yep.
I don't
I
think
like
it's
it.
that crazy. I think he was gonna be. I think there was gonna be more money on the market. This is less than I thought he would go for. Just around a little over 30 a year. Like not too bad, I think.
I like the deal.
Yep.
I think if it was over 35 a year, I think it would have been an overpay. And it was not. So I'm happy about that. We could still buy players. And yeah.
You still buy really tiny players. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. Duncan Robinson declines his $20 million player option. How you guys see this?
Wow, I didn't know he had 20 M's on the table.
I know, right? Well, it was like a player option buyout. In other words, there's actually only $10 million in the $10 million to him. To where the Heat were going to try to release him, but it was actually like $10 million.
I think with Malik Beasley getting in trouble, I feel like they could just give Duncan Robinson the contract they're going to give Malik Beasley. I think that'd be smart.
Hey, well, that'd be that. You should send that to the GM.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll go through while we're on the pod.
Keep it rolling. The Utah Jazz are trading Colin Sexton in a 2030 second round pick to the Hornets for Yusuf Nurkic.
I like it for the Hornets.
I did too.
Colin Sexton might still have something in the tank.
What's up? Oh yeah, I absolutely do. I think he has some.
Yeah.
He has some tertiary like ball handling and second second unit running. I think he can do that. I think he can run a second unit, and he also could be a fill-in for again. Like Melo gets hurt or Melo's not playing, like he can slide in the starting role and also run the backup. So I like it. And Yusuf Nurkic sucks.
Yeah.
That's good. Hi. Do you guys have any more thoughts?
No.
Keep it rolling.
Nope.
Sorry, a fan walked in. I just had to say hi. The Sixers decline Lonnie Walker player option, and they decline Eric Gordon declines his player option.
Good thing y'all don't have Eric Gordon on your team anymore.
Thank God that guy's off my team. I hate that guy. That guy sucks.
What dumb team is going to sign him? He's probably going to retire.
Who does he think he's going to sign to?
Yeah.
What an idiot. Okay. OKC signs AJ Mitchell to a 3-year, $9 million contract. I mean, that's such ridiculously good money for what AJ Mitchell is.
$3 million a year. And
ridiculous. Genuinely ridiculous value.
You can easily outplay that $3 million.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And that's also I would even given him a little more money for him being a trade piece. I don't know, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. James Harden signs 2-year, $81 million contract with a second-year player option to come back to the Clippers.
Wow.
Yep. I like it.
Little over 40 a mil. 40 a year, I mean.
It's pretty good money, too.
Yeah, I don't think it's ridiculous.
I mean, it's only 15 more than what Quentin Grimes wants.
He was a good player last year.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And the Clippers have something cooking.
Yeah, they do. Bobby Portis signs a 3-year, $44 million contract to stay with the Bucks. He also has the player option on that last year. Ben, what are your thoughts?
I like it. Bobby is one of the faces of the Bucks. He is good. He can shoot the 3, which I want as many shooters as possible around Giannis. He can be spark plug off the bench. And I feel like when we signed to extension, we're like, he's probably going to be the starting center. I don't know who else we would get. I mean, I know Miles Turner is a free agent, but there's no way the Pacers let him go, especially not to the Bucks, their rival.
Yeah, would you even want him as they're one of your biggest rivals, or are you more a Halliburton rival?
I mean,
Miles Turner, yeah.
We don't have the money for
Dame and Halliburton hate each other, so that
we don't have the money for Miles Turner. I don't know how we would make that work, but yeah,
whatever though.
Yeah,
Orlando declining. Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say it's a pipe dream.
Oh yeah, exactly. Orlando declining their team option keep Mo Wagner on for $11 million, but they still have bird rights, so they could still get him and to re-sign him. This is weird. Mo Wagner's good.
Yeah. He
And
tore
they're
his ACL, Achilles, one of the two.
Yeah, so they might re-sign him, but like only $11 million. Maybe re-sign him. I guess I don't know. What did you say he tore his ACL?
Yeah.
Does that mean he's out for this year?
Well, no, he tore it like midway through
Yeah,
last
exactly.
season,
So
so
he'll
he'll
be
be
back.
yeah.
So I wouldn't. I don't get it, but they can still re-sign him.
Brother
Jabari
of
Smith,
Franz and Michigan legend. My dad loved him.
he's a good backup center.
Yeah.
Jabari Smith Jr. signs 5-year, $122 million contract to stay with the Rockets.
Great value. That's under 25 mil a year for 5
Yeah,
years.
that's great. It looks huge because it's a huge number, but when you really break it down,
Because so many years.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's great. The Rockets are really, really cooking something up. They have so much. They can go with so many different lineups. It's like mind-boggling because they also kept Steven Adams. Like they get KD. Again, they get rid of Jalen Green and Dylan Brooks, the two terrorists on the team. Freddie back. Amen's going to be slotted in the starting lineup. Like they're doing really good things. Okay, DeAndre Ayton and the Blazers finalized a contract buyout, and he's now a free agent. Oh, how the mighty have fallen.
Yep.
DeAndre Ayton. It is sad. I kind of wish we got him. Low key, like I don't hate it for a backup center spot.
Yeah, I mean, we could get him to be our center if we lose Brook Lopez.
That's a good point too. That's a good point too. But I think like obviously it'd be impossible. But Miles Turner as like a stretch big is what you really need to put next to Giannis.
Yeah, and Aiden can't shoot that 3 ball. So no, you're right.
Exactly. Yeah. But like obviously Ayton you actually can get. You can't get Miles Turner.
No, yeah, there's no way. Kent, do you think we could get Miles Turner?
I honestly don't think he can. Maybe in 2K with salary cap off, but you know.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Well, I
yeah.
mean,
We're
but
playing
why?
2K, it's like a 2K trade. It's impossible.
Yeah, it's 2K theory. Anything is possible.
Mhm.
Just like just like Jason Tatum said, anything is possible.
Anything is possible.
Yep.
Anything is possible.
Zaire Williams signed 2-year, $12 million contract to the Nets.
Woo.
$6 million a year.
Yeah.
I have a little bit of insight on Ayton. I know we just talked about him. Ayton will reportedly choose between the Lakers and Pacers with a decision expected to come as soon as today. While the Lakers have been a clear-cut favorite since the news of the buyout, Pacers appear to be a legitimate option for the former number 1 overall pick.
All seriousness, though, they do need him.
Lakers? Yeah.
Yeah. They have Maxi Kleber as their... Oh, my goodness. I got
what?
Scam Sharonid, which I guess is in our Unplugged, but it said Mike Breen is retiring is on my feed. And I looked down, I scrolled down, and I saw Ben Simmons is signing with the Bucks, and both of those are fake.
Yeah.
I love Scam Charnia. Are we gonna I'm assuming you already have the one that Shams already posted earlier, so I'm not gonna say it.
We'll see. We'll see if we get to it. I mean, we get to
it.
Yep.
Triple J signs $240 million 5-year extension to stay with the Grizzlies with a 2029-2030 team. I mean, player option. What are your guys' thoughts? Is this an overpay?
I mean, it is, but it's either you give him that contract or you let him walk. And I don't think that was going to happen. So I think it had to happen. Obviously, it's an overpay, but that's kind of how things work in the sports world. If you have a great
Gotta
guy.
retain your asset. Gotta retain your asset. Do you guys see he got hurt as well?
No.
Yeah, turf toe.
He just got surgery on. He's gonna be out for 12 weeks starting now.
Yep.
So that's unfortunate. Right after the contract, but he'll be fine.
Yeah.
Julio Jones be like,
I don't get it. That's not. I'm too old. I mean, I'm
Julio
still
Jones
not
had
locked in.
turf toe for years.
Oh, okay.
Very nagging
Fair.
injury. But also, he probably got injured before he signed the contract and just didn't say anything. Kind of like Micah Parsons, where
That'd be
he
smart.
said he didn't need surgery, and then he got
Yep.
drafted. I mean, not Micah Parsons, Abdul Carter.
Abdul Carter.
Yeah.
But that's fair. Santi Aldama signs 3-year, $52.5 million contract to stay with Memphis. I like this. Santi's
Is that
good.
not a lot? Seems like a lot.
Santi's good.
Santi was good for fantasy.
I mean, I think
That's
it's
the only reason
17
why.
a year. Is it 17 a year?
Yeah. Sounds
Like-
about right.
That's not nothing. But I'd be happy with him on 15. And again, but when I look at it, I try to contextualize it by just taking off or adding a few million and see what I feel. And I'd be okay with it if it was 15-ish.
That's 17 and a half.
It is more money than I thought he'd get, but it's not the worst thing ever.
Yeah.
Okay. Rocket signed DFS 4-year, $53 million contract. Rockets are on a roll.
Wow.
And another very plus shooter, and wing. That's a good defender as well. Good size. I mean, yeah, the Rockets are going to be genuinely ridiculous.
Kenneth, who's better, your Wolves or the Rockets?
Obviously, the Wolves, because the Rockets suck. Like they're
I'd have to break that down.
they're obviously the worst team in the entire league. Obviously, am I right? Like they've got washed up Kevin Durant. They've got Fred VanVleet. They have Amin Thompson. I like him. Jabari Smith, ass. Steven Adams. Who is that guy? He's old. But we've got Naz Reid and good old Ant.
That's all you need.
That is all you need. Is Ant Edwards being hungry, playing like he broke. He got $200 million contract, and he playing like he broke. I love that. I love that quote from him.
The Rockets are going to be good, though.
Yeah,
They're going to be really good.
yeah. They'll be good.
Biggest news of the free agency next. B-ball basketball Paul Reed agreed to 2-year, $11 million contract to stay in Detroit. What a steal!
B-ball Paul?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
I mean, I thought he's going to go for 30, 40, but to get him on like less than 6 a year, what a deal. Ben, any thoughts?
No, I wonder how. There's this guy on YouTube. He changed his name, but it was
That's
number
me.
one Paul Reed fan. I wonder how he's reacting to this.
That's me. I just reacted. I opened it. I know.
I feel like
do
he would say, "What a steal" or something like that.
Really. It's good
Yeah.
intuition. I do like the concept, though. I mean, for him getting paid, I don't really know how good that is.
I don't actually know how good he is. I'm not.
He's
watching
a good
the D-ball.
rebounder. He fouls too much on defense, but he's able to be at least switchable because he's fast enough too. He's not good on offense. It literally either he'll have like a 10-point game or a 0-point game. That's what it feels like. That's that. That's Paul Reed. Okay, Cam Spencer has agreed to a 2-year, $4.5 million contract, also to stay with the Grizzlies.
I don't know who Cam Spencer is.
Let's keep rolling.
Yep.
The Lakers signed Jake LaRavia to a 2-year, $12 million deal to become their new center, I guess.
White guy.
Yeah, white guy. Don't forget about the end of the year he had, but I don't know if this is anything.
No.
Yeah. Trey Johnson agrees to a 3-year, $24 million contract to stay in Chicago. Can't lose all those guards you have.
You mean Trey
I like
Jones?
Trey
Trey Jones, not Johnson.
No, this is Trey Johnson.
What?
Oh, did I put Johnson instead of Jones?
For the Chicago Bulls, right?
Oops.
Yeah, that is Trey Jones.
It's Trey Jones. Trey
I
Johnson
have
got
him on
drafted.
my franchise team. Yeah, Trey Jones. I have him on my franchise team in 2K. I should know that.
It'd be like that.
That's okay. D'Angelo Russell signs with the Mavericks. 2 years, $13 million contract.
Best team in the league.
I don't know about that. They're going to have a D'Lo run offense for more than half the year until Kyrie gets back. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say. I guess. Sure.
Moving
MPJ
on.
is traded to the Nets. It's MPJ in a 2032 first round pick. And the Nuggets get Cam Johnson back. What a move for the Nuggets. That is a fantastic move. Upgrade at the position. What's up, Ben?
I was going to say, Kenny, for real, said that for the defense, he was talking about the trade. He said for the defense between the two players, it's a toss-up. I thought Cam Johnson was like a much better defender. Is that not the case?
MPJ was able to reach a pretty good defensive peak, especially during that finals championship run. And he's also a little taller, so
Yeah.
especially during that run, he was able to switch a little bit more on the big guys and actually hold his own. You said what, Ben? Your best is on?
Oh yeah, he said the Nuggets got smaller because of MPJ's size. He'd say their defense is a toss-up for who's better.
Yeah, I think with the
about how
rebound,
they're both are one of the best shooters in the league, and yeah, and he said, "Who cares about the 2032 first round pick when you have the best player in the league?"
Yeah, I like it for him. I think he's a better all around player when you just stack them next to each other. And yeah, the Nuggets this is a great move by the Nuggets. If they can get a couple more competent role players to switch out with their non-competent ones, I think that this could be a title contender next year.
I mean, they took Thunder to 7, so
why not
exactly?
this year?
And it's literally yeah, that's what I meant. By like this upcoming year.
Yeah, next year.
Yeah. Ty Jerome agrees to a 3-year, $28 million contract with a third-year player option to go to the Grizzlies.
Wow, I didn't even know that.
I love this. He was
That's so cheap.
good in the regular season. This is exactly. He was so. I know. He had a bad playoff run. I think he was uncomfortable. I think it was a weird role to throw him into. But this is great for the Grizzlies. It feels like the Grizzlies do a lot of the right things in free agency and drafting. It is literally their roster is hindered because Ja Morant and Triple J are not good enough to make a playoff deep push.
Yeah.
This is great. That's great for Ty Jerome. I wish he got played more because he deserved it, but yeah, he'll be good.
Did you see in his farewell post? He said he was never offered the chance to return.
Yeah, sucks.
Yeah,
sucks. Evil Jordan returning to the Bucks for 2 years, $11 million contract, second-year player option.
that is great.
Ben's happy. Ben loves.
I like him on the court.
You can't say that. He's evil. Oh, whatever.
He is evil Jordan, but he is great on the court. And as of right now, he is our point guard, which, I mean, he's great as a spark plug off the bench, and he was great. And Dame's, once Dame went out with his calf strain. But hopefully we actually get a real point guard. But he's pretty good, especially for that price.
Bruce Brown is returning to Denver for a year. Great! Wow. He was at the playoff games. He was talking about going there, and he's coming back for a year. I love it for Bruce Brown, and I love it for Denver. Like I said, just you got to get a couple more competent bench and role players, and they could really turn it around.
Yeah, Bruce Brown's had one good year in the league, and that was with the Nuggets. So hopefully, Jokic can re-unlock whatever in Bruce Brown to make him good again. I mean,
The thing
for the
with Bruce
price,
Brown, especially during that championship run, is he was good when Jokic was off the bench. Like, was on the bench, I mean. Like, he was actually, like, helping run the backup units, which is insane.
yep, maybe.
It was
Well,
by
I
far
guess
his best year. It was ridiculous.
they got rid of their head coach, but maybe just that altitude is what he was missing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
If only they could get a backup center, and I think they'd be, like, great.
Yeah,
Dario Saric
I mean,
is not cutting. Dario Saric is
I
not
don't know
cutting
who they could get.
it. Let's just keep rolling then. Kevon Looney is joining the Pacers on a 2-year, $16 million contract. Again, Pelicans, I meant, yeah. I genuinely, it starts with P. It's the same thing. I like the players that the Pelicans are getting, I really like. It's just like, it's the fucking Pelicans. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kevon Looney's cool. Like, he's a good player, but he's on the Pelicans now.
Yeah, I feel bad for him.
I
He was
know.
on the Warriors forever, playing with
His entire
Curry,
career, yeah.
being fan favorite, going to finals. Now he has to move to New Orleans with the
Ugh.
mid
Maybe he'll just get fat.
Pelicans.
Maybe just get fat and chill.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. But
How much
let's keep
what was
rolling.
the contract again?
It's a 2-year, $60 million contract, so he's getting 9 a year. I mean, 8 a year.
Okay.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah.
Luke Cornett is signing to the Spurs on a 4-year, $41 million contract. I like this get for the Spurs. It gives them like a much needed, like more needed shooting on this roster that definitely has a shooting problem. And little over 10 million a year for one of the best shooters in the league. I like it.
Yeah, I know the Spurs were wanting to get Brook Lopez for his floor stretching, and now they get Luke Cornett.
Mm-hmm. Much needed.
Mm-hmm.
Clint Capella is going to the Rockets for a 3-year, $21.5 million contract.
Reunited.
It's weird. I don't know what Clint has left, but for how much is that? Not too much. It's like
seven.
7. Yeah, like 7 a year.
7.
Like that might not be the worst contract in the world if he can actually like provide them good minutes. Because again, they're so deep with larges that Clint is literally at the very bottom, and Clint was in talks of like maybe being the starting center for the Lakers. You know what I mean? Like, it's just the Rockets are crazy. Karis LeVert signs 2-year, $29 million contract to go to the Pistons.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what Karis is personally. You guys have any thoughts?
No, I don't know him personally either. Like,
Yeah, I don't. He might be fine.
He might be able to
He might be able to kind of recreate the production of Malik or Schroeder, like maybe like 12 points a game off the bench, which might just be. But again, Pistons, the way that they were able to make their jump last year is just getting competent players, and I would say Karis LeVert is at least as a competent player.
Yeah.
Okay, Brook Lopez agrees to 2-year, $18 million contract to go to the Clippers.
Wow.
Securing their big rotation.
Dark horse, Brook Lopez sweepstakes team, and they get him. Backing up Zubac.
I don't hate it. I like it for like their backup center position.
Yeah, he's gonna be a lot better as a backup.
Oh yeah, way better, because especially like adding just another level to defend in the backup minutes with the pick and pop big. It just adds another fold to the Clippers team that I like.
Brook is my second favorite Buck of all time.
Crazy.
I love me some Splash Mountains.
Really crazy. Okay. Luka Garza signs 2-year, $5.5 million contract to go to Boston.
Okay.
Kenneth, do you know where he was before Boston?
Garza, was he on
Yeah.
the T Wolves?
Oh yeah, he was called he was their hype guy because he
Yep.
would always yell a lot.
It'd be like that. White guy.
Nikhil Alexander Walker signed to the Hawks. 4-year, $62 million contract with a player option on that 4th year. Whoa, the Hawks are really good.
Wowzers.
The Hawks are they're gonna be good. Remember when I said they could like a top 4 seed in our last pod? I think you're seeing that even more, right? This is a great get. It's a great get. They're just they're making great moves. Tyus Jones signs 1 year, $7 million contract to go to Orlando. I like it.
Yeah. Cole.
I mean,
They replaced Cole Anthony.
Exactly. Then that assist to turnover ratio.
What
Am
is
I
it?
right?
I don't know.
Oh, it was until last year, it was like all time.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was like his player stat that people always point to. Okay, Luke Kennard signs 1 year, $11 million contract to go to the Hawks as well.
11 mil.
1 year though, kind of a
Yeah.
1 year rental because they're really we might actually really be contending this year. So
11 mil is
I don't know.
steep.
What?
I said 11 mil is steep.
It is a lot, but I don't know. He might help, might not. I don't know. Cool. Mason Plumlee, 1 year, $3.6 million contract to the Hawks. That feels right around on dot for Mason Plumlee. I think of him
Wasn't
as
it the Hornets?
What I say?
Hawks.
Oops. Hawks are still. I meant to say Hornets. Okay.
Right.
I don't care. Torian Prince signs 2 years, $7.1 million contract to stay with the Bucks. Ben, any thoughts?
The Bucks community absolutely hates him, but I don't really get it. I mean, $3 million a year, and he shot 40%, and he's okay on defense, and he's fine.
He tries. Yeah, that's fine. It's not that big of a deal. Brendan Wofford signs to the Sixers for a 2-year, $5.3 million contract. He averaged 10 points a game last year, 4 assists, and 4 rebounds and 2 assists on 20 minutes a game. I like it. He's Tyrese Maxey's best friend. They talk every day. He's 6'9", so he actually can kind of fill out a size position for us. He's actually he's not a non-skilled big guy. He definitely has some ball handling and finishing capabilities. And if he can shoot even better around a more I don't know, gravity pulling team where he might be able to get more just wide open catch and shoots, then he could be a good player for a very cheap contract. Okay. Gary Trent. Ben.
Would you say that's your Yabusele replacement?
Yeah. Did Yabusele Did he get moved?
Well, if y'all lose him.
Well, if we lose him, then I'm going to kill myself.
Heard.
So, yeah, we'll see. Gary Trent signs back to the Bucks for 2 years, $7.5 million contract. Ben?
So good.
Really good.
So amazing. He was 20 points per game on 50% from 3-point in playoffs, but that's inflated from the game 5 where he had 40 or whatever, and then
40.
He absolutely fumbled the bag in overtime.
He also helped you get there, though. You can't. People forget how good he was up until that point.
Yeah, and for Torian Prince and KPJ and Gary Trent, they're all 2 years with player options on the 2nd year, because everybody's going to have a lot more cap space next year. So they're all taking small deals right now. And if they suck, they have their player option. And if they're decent, they can decline their player option and go back
paid
out.
big dollar.
Yep. So that's what a lot of them are doing, staying back where they were. They don't have to move for a 1 year.
Because especially if they already had production where they are, and like that's why they might be able to get a bigger contract. You just stay there, play the course, and then keep playing your game, and then get paid.
Yep. Plus, Dame's going to be out for most of the year, so
Mhm.
they're going to have a lot more PT.
SGA signs Mega Supermax $71 million a year.
Yep. Like,
Insane.
was it his final year of his contract? He's going to make almost $1 million per game. Make almost 82 M's.
Ridiculous. Money, money,
Any
money.
thoughts?
Nope. Just tell him to bring me that money.
Okay. Oh no. Gershon
What?
Yabusele, 2 years, $12 million to the Knicks. No.
Oh, I jinxed
I
it.
don't know. I don't know why we did this. What a failure to keep an asset. You bring him back to the NBA. He's so good. He's a fan favorite. He's interacting with fans all over the city and on social media. And you can't give him $6 million a year. Failure. And he's to the Knicks, which is so fun. Whatever. Oh my gosh, Miles Turner signing 4-year, $107 million contract
With
with a
who?
player option in 2028 and 29. Wait, am I saying this correctly? To the Bucks.
Really?
Wow.
Where did all
Seems
that
like
money
it.
come from? Oh my goodness.
I
So
don't
wait,
know. What are your thoughts, Ben? Think about
we're
this
about to
team
have
now. Dame. Who do you have?
Giannis,
What do you? KPJ
Miles Turner,
at the 2.
Gary Trent,
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, Gary Trent at the 2. Torian at the 3.
or Kuzma.
And then you just replace Brook. You replace Brook with him,
Miles Turner.
and then you're able to keep your bench strong as well. Like this might be like a real contender in the East.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
we're
mean,
done. Oh my God,
what?
Bucks wave Damian Lillard.
What?
Oh crap! That's where the
No.
money came from. Oh, well that
I knew it was
sucks.
too good to be true.
Yeah.
Well, no, but I think it was the right decision with him. We're gonna
I
pay
did
him
too.
50 mil this year for nothing,
We're not.
and then next year is like 55 mil for nothing, or not nothing, but he may be nothing. He'd be 36 years old next year off a torn Achilles. So it's better to just get ahead of the curb and release him now and stretch out the money and replace him with Miles Turner. And Miles Turner is a better Brooke Lopez, and he's younger. And I like that the team's younger because that's one of our issues. Has been we're like the oldest team in the league and
Mhm.
can't keep up. And now we turned Brooke Lopez into Miles Turner, and we got rid of Dame for I guess KPJ, who is
Fun,
like 10 years younger.
more athletic. Yeah, it's better yet. More athletic. Okay, so crazy move by
How
the
do
Bucks. Oh,
how do y'all feel about the Dame release and the Miles Turner signing?
I think it's fine. I mean, the end of the day, it's still going to be Giannis carry us. Giannis be Superman. You get in
Yeah,
the
and
playoffs. You're like, yeah.
About what?
uh, Dame being waived and Bucks signing Miles Turner.
I thought it was gonna be Miles Turner, Dame, and Giannis time for 10 minutes, and then they said that they waived Dame, and I was pissed a little bit. But I respect it. I respect
fair.
it. I respect it. Like I think Ben, you said that Dame was gonna be paid for doing nothing, and I think they are in a win now mode personally, and I think that Miles Turner is an answer to help Giannis and whatnot, but they just need to get guards and whatnot nowadays.
I think he's going to be really good in the regular season.
Yeah, probably.
Turner will. We'll see how it goes in the playoffs.
Yeah, like I said earlier, he said he wanted more than Nas Reed because he was on championship team starting center, but somebody quote tweeted it with his averages in the finals, and it was like 10 points, 4 rebounds.
The
Not
shooting
good.
percentages, the toilet.
Yes.
But yeah.
Some Bucks Twitter account did a breakdown of his game, and he's such a good roller. So hopefully we get a good point guard to get it to him.
Okay. The Nuggets are trading Dario Saric for Jonas Valanciunas. What a move!
Whoa. So wait, they
Dario,
did get their backup
unplayable.
center?
Just got their backup center. Dario Saric unplayable in the regular
You're a little
season,
bit muffled.
much less the playoffs. Am I muffled still?
Nope.
No.
It was on your chest, wasn't it?
Dario Saric unplayable in the regular season and much more in the playoffs. Jonas Valanciunas as their backup center. They finally have a real one. They haven't had a real one for so long. Great move. Man, the Nuggets are cooking.
Yup.
Gary Harris. Oh, signing 2-year deal to the Bucks.
Wow.
I don't really know anything about Gary Harris, but yeah, it was a cheap deal.
Another guy named Gary on your team.
Yeah. Gary Trent, Gary Harris.
Mm-hmm. That's it. Yeah. Let's keep going. Pat Connaughton is traded to the Hornets for Vasilije Micic. There's also 2 second-round picks that are also going to the Hornets. Ben, the Bucks are making so many moves. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I didn't realize Micic was going to Europe. So I was like, why are we trading 2 seconds to get $1 million in cap savings? And plus he's awful. And some players, not some players, some Bucks fans were like, hey, at least he's a pretty good backup point guard who can pass the ball. Which is so funny that they're trying to, say that he was a good pickup. But yeah, he's going to go back to EuroLeague and he's going to forfeit his contract. So it's basically just dumping Pat Connaughton's salary to open up $7 million to get Miles Turner to make sure we have enough cap to sign Miles Turner.
Yep. Awesome. Dennis Schroeder agrees to a 3-year, $45 million contract to go to the Kings.
Ew. Ew.
And ew, that's just disgusting.
I mean, it's a good pairing because Dennis Schroeder is just, he kind of just exists, and so do the Kings.
Yeah, I guess. Just a nothing. I don't care. Oh, Jericho Sims signs with the Bucks for the next 2 years with a second-year player option.
Yep, like I said, giving everybody second-year player options. But yeah, he's very athletic. Gives us more size and athleticism, which we're missing. Maybe he's not the most skilled player, but he has the traits. And this, not the skill set, the tangibles.
Yeah.
Right? Is that the word? Can't teach
I would agree.
length. Can't teach jump height.
Okay. Let's keep going. Sandro Mamukelashvili signs to the Raptors for a 2-year, $5.5 million contract.
Mamu, Bucks legend.
Yeah. He's known for having the longest last name ever. And that. Yeah.
We had a lot of young guys on the Bucks that we let walk and ended up being solid players. Like Christian Wood was on the Bucks. Mamu was on the Bucks.
Dante.
Yeah. So that's kind of like less like Sam Merrill on the Bucks. I guess that's it.
Yeah.
That comes to mind.
That's a good that's some though.
Do you have Ryan Rollins in there?
Yeah, it's next.
Oh. Okay.
Ryan Rollins is becoming an unrestricted free agent. Unrestricted free agent after the Bucks do not bring him back.
So yeah, I was upset about this, but then I figured out that we can't use the qualifying offer on him because once we cut Damian Lillard, we can't use the mid-level exception because now we're a salary cap
Oh.
team. So we can still bring him back, but I don't know why they didn't do an all-one clean sweep. The Bucks are declining his qualifying offer and giving him a 1 year, $2 million or
Yeah.
whatever.
Like that's what they did with Justin Edwards. They declined his offer and then they just gave him a contract.
Yeah, I guess we could still bring him back, but it's taking 2 days now, so I don't know.
Yeah. Want to keep rolling?
Yep.
Jakob Pertl signs 4-year, $104 million contract to stay with the Raptors.
Jakob Poeltl is good, but
He is good.
Raptors have so much money tied up in their starting five, and they're such a mid team. I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, I don't know what this is. Jakob's cool. Like he could be he's fine. He's pretty good. He's an underrated shot blocker, and he's an underrated roller and in the paint type guy. But that's it. I don't know what else. 25 mil is a lot a year.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Josh Minute is signing a 2-year, $5 million contract to the Celtics.
All right.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I've never heard this guy in my life.
Same.
So let's keep going. Denver makes another great move and picks up sharpshooter Tim Hardaway Jr. on a 1-year deal. Great.
Yeah.
They're so good, man. They literally had they had nobodies playing, and now they're gonna have competent role players. It's ridiculous.
I know.
And also Cam Johnson, great stuff. Oh, the Clippers are waiving Drew Eubanks, but the Kings will pick him up.
Wow.
Big things happening.
Yeah.
Nothing. Duncan Robinson is signing a 3-year, $48 million trade and trade to go to the Pistons, and the Heat are getting back Simone Fontecchio.
Okay.
Thoughts? I don't know. Simone's pretty good, and the Pistons are replacing the shooting with Duncan Robinson. It's kind of a lot of money, but it's fine.
Wait, you said what was it again? Oh yeah,
3-year, $48 million contract.
Oh wait, did that just happen? Because I did text. I texted the Pistons GM. I was like, "Yo, Duncan Robinson would be a good
Yeah, that just
replacement."
happened.
Oh wow.
Wow. Oh, he did.
Wow.
He texted me back. He said, "Good looks." He said, "I know you in Chi-Town. We gotta get you over here to Detroit."
Okay, that's good.
Oh, they said they're leaving a roster spot open for me.
Ooh.
You would help them a lot.
Let me know. Let me know down in the comment section below if I should take the offer.
If he should join the Pistons. But
They said,
my only thing with it is I wouldn't want all the spotlight taken off Cade. You know, he's up and up. That's the only thing.
Oh,
But yeah.
I asked for an offer sheet. They said 6-year super max contract. I'd be the new highest paid player over Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I'd be making $100K a year.
100 million.
Yeah.
Not 100K. That's good though. Oh, Trey Mann is returning to the Hornets on a 3-year, $24 million contract.
Wow.
I like that a lot. He has aura, and he had a great start to the year before he got hurt. Okay, the Knicks are offering head coach Mike Brown their position for head coach. It seems he will be the next Knicks head coach. We already talked about this.
Not on the pod.
Oh, that wasn't on the pod? Oh, okay. Oops. Yeah, I like that a lot. I think he's a smart offensive player that can unlock their offense a little more. They already fight really hard, and that's what is their basis of their defense. And yeah, I don't. He shouldn't have been fired. He's definitely still a great head coach, and I think it's a great pickup by the Knicks.
Yeah.
Okay, and we're on to our last one, folks. Going out with a bang, Spencer Dinwiddie agrees to a 1-year deal to sign with the Hornets.
Yes!
Boom!
Boom!
That
Spencer
is
Diddy.
Spencer
did
Diddy. Shout out Diddy. He got exonerated on the sex charges.
Yeah, he wasn't guilty on most on the weighted ones.
Yeah, because obviously, why would he?
He's the GOAT.
When he gets out in 10 to 20 years, people are going to be forgot about it. Kind of like how Bill Cosby got out. And nobody cared anymore just because it's just off people's minds. So he's going to go spend 10 years in the nicest prison ever, and then he's going to get out.
Yeah.
We love our justice system and the way that the society treats wealth. Got a little too woke there, folks. My bad. Those are all the free agencies moving
Back to
so far.
Spencer Dinwiddie.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. What are your thoughts on the free agents? Any big winners? Any shocking moves that you didn't see coming?
I think the Bucks win for re-signing everybody on a cheap deal. But yeah, I think it's the Nuggets, and I love DFS for the Rockets.
Okay.
And also Ty Jerome to the Grizzlies.
The Hornets are the winners. The Hornets killed it. I mean the Hawks and the Nuggets and the Raptors.
Yeah, Nikhil and Luke Kennard. Kenneth, any winners or losers?
Nah. Just nah. I ain't got nothing.
All right.
I gotta
Where
go.
do y'all? Okay.
I'll finish the rest with you guys. Finish the rest.
You choose.
Heard.
Bye, listeners.
All right.
Great.
Well, that's basically everything. That was basically the bulk of the episode.
Yep.
Well, we want to do NFL talk next.
Do we have? Oh yeah,
We have some NFL talk.
Yeah, you can introduce it.
All right, so I'm gonna skip over this one because there's something else that happened more recent, and I want to talk about that before we get into the bulk of the NFL. So an Ohio woman has sued Buffalo Bills first-round pick Maxwell Hairston, accusing him of sexually assaulting her in 2021 when they both attended the University of Kentucky. That's crazy.
Wow.
I think she's just trying to get his money and ruin his life. Who knows? It could have happened. Obviously, we don't know the story until it unfolds or it gets, identified. But Buffalo Bills have a lot of stuff like that happen to them for no reason.
Yep.
You got anything on that? Or we keep rolling?
Keep rolling.
All right. So Jalen Ramsey got traded to the Steelers. Wow, big pickup. Wonder who they gave up. They didn't say that until 5 minutes.
Fitzpatrick's gonna be deadly.
Oh my goodness, that secondary just got insane.
Yeah.
What would they have gotten rid of? Few picks. Obviously he was on the Ramsey was on the market, but yeah. And a tweet from Adam Schefter saying it was Ramsey and Jonnu Smith to the Steelers.
Wow, they got both of them?
They got both of them. Wow. And actually, it's saying right here that they traded away Minka Fitzpatrick for both of them. And that's not good. That's not good.
Yeah, imagine getting edged.
Yeah. That's
Bucks
how
fans don't know anything about that.
Yeah, that's just
Thinking you got a super great guy, but then you find out it's at the expense of another great guy.
yeah. And Dolphins cooked in that trade. If the Steelers kept Minka, they would have destroyed in the trade, but I think Dolphins win this. In matter of fact, they also signed someone. He was a rapper for a year and really good rapper.
Yeah. Well, they traded for him.
They did little trade, but Darren Waller comes out of retirement and then gets traded to the Dolphins and signs a contract with them. Wow, what a turn of events! What a replacement! And Darren Waller was a good football player. He was he's a really good football player.
Did he ever play for the Giants? He played one season, right?
He started with the Giants.
They started with the Raiders.
You might be right. But Darren Waller I think he played like half. No, I don't know. Who knows? But it'd be like that. I think Darren Waller will be a decent addition to the Dolphins, and that's all I gotta say about it. So that's it. That's all we got for our NFL segment, unless you have anything.
What about your team?
What about it?
The Browns didn't have any news come out?
Did it come out while we were recording this?
No.
I have no idea then what you're talking about.
First team in the AFC North to do this.
Oh, that's not on the thing. But yeah, the Browns are going to be the first team in the AFC North to have a domed stadium. I'm okay with that. I don't really. I mean, AFC North is snow football. It sucks that we're the first team to do it, but I mean, it's okay. We need a new stadium, new feel to the team, and we got to turn things around if we want to win it all, which we're going to win it all this year because we have 4 quarterbacks on our team, and obviously all 4 of them are the best in the entire league. Yep, we have 4 quarterbacks, and not one of them can start. How wonderful. I mean, Joe Flacco's startable. That's the only real startable quarterback. You know how it be. But, how many days? We have 5 days till College Football 26 drops. Wow. How do you feel about that?
I'm elated, as Damian Lillard said, about leaving the Bucks, which I guess we didn't talk about. Damian Lillard said he is elated about the release. He's going to be rehabbing at home. It doesn't sound like he's going to sign with any team this year. He's just going to rehab at home and chill with his 50 M's he's getting paid, and then sign with the team next year when he's fully healthy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I am elated.
Yep, I'm excited. Oh, I'm excited. And what else? That's it. I watched some Bordeaux videos and his deep dives, and it looks pretty good. I like the score bug and whatnot. I like it.
Enter
But,
Sandman.
Yep, Enter Sandman. You're able to walk out. We went over that, and yep, I do
Yep.
indeed like the game, and I like the gameplay. They actually listened to us. And another college news, that's later, but we'll go to the MLB segment unless you have anything from college football.
I do not. Did you? There is Sun Belt news. The Texas State is leaving the Sun Belt for the Pac-12.
Ooh,
So, yep. I think inside sources are telling me that ODU is going to join the SEC soon and replace the Gators because the Gators suck.
yeah.
And yeah, and it's also in relations to college football game. I'm hearing that what the freak is his name? What's our quarterback's name? ODU.
Colton Joseph.
Yep, he is reportedly going to be the highest rated quarterback in college football. Y'all stay tuned. He will be by week 3.
Oh yeah,
Gonna
legendary
put the
legendary
nation on
quarterback.
notice.
Legendary quarterback.
I was gonna say Quinn Pickle. That's like our backup. Whatever his name
Yeah,
is, Quinn
Heineken.
or whatever. Whatever.
Yeah. What else is there? That's it for college
Oh
football.
yeah. Jason Henderson, our linebacker, is second team All American preseason. Second team All American.
Yeah.
I don't know why they do preseason All American. Because what's the point? But yep.
I
He
guess
may be our new best, new greatest NFL player in like 10 years' time.
Yeah. Taylor Heineke's a dog.
So yeah, it's not a very high bar though. All he did was he led the commies to the playoffs. And I mean it was a close game against the Buccaneers
I mean,
in one
yeah.
game. But
He gave
that's
Tom
about
Brady
it.
a run
He's-
for his money.
Some say if the commies had as good as a roster as the Buccaneers, then he would have beat Tom Brady, which means he's better than Tom Brady,
Yeah.
which means he's the GOAT.
Yeah. And then anything else we have?
No.
All right. I'm gonna quickly go over the WNBA segment we have. Some WNBA news happened over the week, or I think it was yesterday. The WNBA is bringing in 3 expansion teams by 2030. That'll make them have 18 total teams, and in 2028 they expect to have, or they're going to have them in Cleveland. In 2029 a new team's going to be in Detroit, and then 2030 is going to be Philly. Those are some 3 good big market cities. I'm excited.
Did you see Paige, whatever her name is, said,
Paige Buchers.
I don't know. Yeah, said, I don't know who's going to want to go to Cleveland or Detroit. Yeah, she said people aren't going to want to go to Cleveland or Detroit. I think she was talking about players living in there and not about the fan base, but the actual city of Detroit Twitter page replied and said, when we had a WNBA team back in the early 2000s, we were number 1 for multiple seasons in fan attendance.
Wow.
Basically clapping back at that. But yeah, also shout out to Caitlin Clark and what's your team? Wait, the Fever.
Yep.
For winning the in-season tournament. Some
The
people say
Commissioner
that's
Cup.
yep. Some people say it's more important than the NBA Finals. I mean, especially winning it this year. I'd say whoever won the in-season tournament is probably the best team in the league.
Yeah. Even though the in-season tournament for the WNBA is at the very beginning of the season. So yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That's it for WNBA. We're all big WNBA fans here. Go Indiana Fever, and let's keep it rolling.
Oh yeah, the peers. You see the peers rated. Caitlin Clark is like the 9th best guard in the WNBA,
No, I didn't.
or is 9th best player, either guard or player. But she was number 1 in fan vote and number 1 in media vote, I think, or number 2 or 3, and then she was number 9 in player voting. And I saw people were upset about that.
I mean, she is the best player in WNBA.
I think number 1 was Asa Wilson.
Oh yeah,
For
Aja
peer voting.
Aja Wilson. Yeah, she's a dog.
Asa.
Aja.
Ace.
Aja.
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 There's no G in there. I think it's A''sa or something.
It's JA, not GA. Asia.
Oh,
Yep.
AJA Wilson.
Yep. A' or JA.
Heard.
Yep.
Dialed in.
Yep. She's a dog. I will say she's definitely up there. But you know, it is what it is. And that'll do it for basketball. And then we have MLB segment coming in for you. Got a good amount of things happening. And first off, the Mets were the best team in the MLB on June 12th. And since then, they've been the worst. That's about that's about almost a month. I also just saw a tweet saying the Mets are now 3-14 over their last 17 games.
Didn't they get swept by like?
They got swept by the
Nationals or
Pirates.
Pirates.
They
that's what it was.
got obliterated by the Pirates. And
yeah, that's not good. And Juan Soto is bad.
Juan Soto has been bad. Massive overpay. The only player to not get overpaid is Shohei Ohtani, who is an absolute dog. Another player that should be paid like Soto or Ohtani is Acuna or Mike Trout. Those, I think, are the only two caliber players that are worth like 15 mil. Obviously, Mookie Betts, who already has a contract. Freddie Freeman, who got like a 7-year contract when he signed, but he's older. He's on the older side. There's many players. Will Smith got a healthy contract. I think it was 200 mil for like 10 years. I'm dialed in on that Dodgers stuff because the Dodgers are so good. But yeah. Speaking of the Pirates sweeping the Mets, I'm going to talk about them. They were 12-26 when they fired Derek Shelton, and they've gone 26-24 since under interim manager Don Kelly, and are currently on a 6-game win streak. That's including the sweep of the Mets. They've been really good as of late, and their hitting has gotten so much better. Matter of fact, the Mets, hold on, I'm going to pull up the little thing right here, little something stat that says stuff about it. Hold on. But as I'm doing that, it's going to be about that series too. So I think it was the Pirates. I'll get to it when I find it. But other MLB talk. We have Jeremy Pena to the IL with a rib injury. Sucks for him. The Astros, don't have Yordan. They're doing pretty good. And all around are just doing pretty good without half their people. Some pitchers, some names that aren't really like top of the line players, like pitchers like Colton Gordon and whatnot. And yeah, them losing Jeremy Pena. Yeah, I don't like him, but you know, he's a good ball player. I gotta respect ball players when I see them. And yeah, Astros are doing good. They've actually made it to the number 2 spot in the MLB power rankings, despite not having Yordan on their team, and it's pretty good. So yeah, Max Muncy got his eyes checked, and turns out he can't see. And ever since he got his glasses, he has been 20 times better. Ben, what are your thoughts on that?
Very Jameis Winston-esque.
Yep, but you know, minus the Jameis Winston part, stat line.
Yep.
And where is it? Jacob Missorowski made his debut like a week ago and went 11 straight innings without giving up a hit. That's pretty good. It's really good. Brewers got themselves a dog. You got anything to say about that, or we keep going?
We keep going.
All right. And then Chase Burns also made a debut, and he looked just as good as he did in college. As you know, you may have seen Wake Forest pitcher going crazy after a strikeout, or a Tennessee pitcher going crazy after a strikeout. That's Chase Burns. Mainly Wake Forest is the clip. I think he is only Wake Forest. Who knows? I have no clue. But Wake Forest has a good baseball program, and Chase Burns, a lot of people thought that he would bring that sort of energy into the big leagues or when he got drafted. And he's been pretty composed. He's just been doing his thing, been a dog and whatnot. So I like it. I like him. He's a good ball player, and he's doing really good. And yeah, we keep rolling. And another thing about the Pirates, O'Neal Cruz got benched for not running out a ground ball. This was like a week or two ago. And he should be a lesson learned for the young ball player. Andrew McCutchen, a veteran in the league on the Pirates, veteran for the Pirates too. He started with them, then he moved teams, and then he went back to the Pirates and whatnot. But he was like, hey, you got to run it out no matter what. And I think it's a good lesson learned, especially since, you know, new head coach or new interim head coach or manager, whatever, pulls you after not running out a ground ball that he could have beat out. You never know. Yeah, hitting a ground ball sucks, and not running it out, you obviously don't want to see that. But you always want to run out everything that you can. Some people are lazy, some people don't. It doesn't matter, but like, you still have to run through as best as you can. At least try. Show effort that you want it. And yeah.
Have you never ran out before?
I don't
Or
think
have
I don't
ran out before.
I don't think I have. Cuz I've always been on the mindset of like, I got to run out everything. You know, cuz nobody's going to you got to want it. You know. It sucks. It sucks if you roll over, hit a ground ball, but you got to try your best to get there. Because you never know when a ball is going to be overthrown or they're going to miss the play. And yeah. But this happened earlier. Atlanta Braves are placing Spencer Schwellenbach on the 15-day IL with an fractured right elbow. Ben, you're a Braves fan. How do you feel about that? Hello? Oh.
Hello. Sorry. Andrew tried to FaceTime me. I don't know why. But I thought it was 4-week IL.
15-day
It's
IL.
4 weeks. Heard something.
It's whatever, but I mean, yeah.
Yeah, when I got the ESPN notification, I was going to stop what we were doing and say, Kenneth, breaking MLB news. And I was going to tell you about, I didn't know if you even knew who that was or not. So, because I don't know who it is.
Oh, I know who Spencer Schwellenbach is.
Great.
Trust me. I'm a ball knower. You already know. But, it is what it is. He's okay. He's not super great.
Braves are kind of cooked. Do you think they're going to make the playoffs?
They're the third team in the East, I think. Third best.
I just saw this is what the playoff matchups would be if the playoffs started now and we were not in the playoffs.
But
I don't know how far out we are.
But the Braves are 7.5 games back from wild card.
Great. You think we make the playoffs?
I think y'all can. There's still 80-something games. You still have till September, the end of September, to play. The Braves can get hot, and like they did, I think, last year or the year before that. But if they get hot, I don't see why they couldn't make the playoffs. But I still believe in them. They're definitely a playoff caliber team. And yeah. And
nice.
Dodgers obviously balling. Another team that's insane and balling, it's the Detroit Tigers. They've got the same record as the Dodgers at 54-32, both leading their divisions with ease. The Tigers are, but the Dodgers are 7.5 games ahead of the Padres, so that's good. Both Tigers and Dodgers definitely a potential World Series matchup. And the entire AL Central is just, there. With 40 wins each, and then you have the White Sox who suck. But it is what it is. And to go back to the Pirates and the Mets series, the Pirates outscored the Mets 30-4 in a dominant weekend sweep.
Nice.
That's insane. I think it was the first time. I'm trying to find it, but it's kind of like the New York Jets and the Pittsburgh Steelers next year, or something. That's gonna happen. 30-4. But yeah, that'll do it for the Pirates talk. And as I opened up Twitter, it was Howard Cole saying all I could do is laugh to the NL West division record standings. And it has the Dodgers at 54 wins, 32 losses. The Padres at 45 wins, 39 losses. The Giants at 45 and 41. And then the Arizona Diamondbacks at 43 and 42. And then you have the Colorado Rockies at 19 and 66. Isn't that something? Do you think the Rockies will make the playoffs?
No.
valid. That's the only. I think that's. I think they should already be out of playoff contention, but they can't really do that because it's statistically possible. They just gotta win every single game. It's 162 games. They already have 66 losses, so they just gotta win like 80, right? Because we're on 80 something right now. Yeah, we're in the late 80s games. It's okay. They could do it. But that'll wrap it up for our MLB segment. Anything from you to say about that?
Nope.
All right, I'm going to go quickly on the last few things because we have 10 minutes left and Andrew's not here, so some of the unplugged stuff can, one of the unplugged things will happen next week, I guess. But EA announced that they will be making a college basketball video game. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that. Clash Royale is ruining their game by adding more arenas and adding a ranked game mode instead of league play. They got rid of league play, added ranked, and they're just ruining their game with every update.
Hell.
Yep. And I gave Ben a heart attack at work on Sunday. As y'all know, we love Scam Charnia. And he tweeted out, Giannis traded to the Lakers. Obviously, I read Giannis traded to the Lakers. And that's all I read. And it obviously, tweet to tweet, I don't know why we get notifications from them. I'm not even following Scams Charnia. I just get a noti from him every single time. I hate it. Like, why do I get a noti from him? Like, why? Twitter, explain it. But yeah. So stupid. And yeah. And then I'm going to talk about this because why not? The very last thing we have, unless you have something to say, is my sister, my oldest sister, made me watch a movie, and it was actually pretty good. If you don't know, recently a new movie was added to Netflix, and it's K-pop Demon Hunters. I don't know. I didn't know much about it. I was going in it blind because that's all you can do. It was a new movie, the only movie that you can watch. But it's pretty good. It's about demons and hunters, and hunters hunt the demons, obviously, in there, and they just gotta sing to keep them from. They gotta sing from keeping them the demons from taking, over the world.
Was it like shitty good?
It was actually good. Like it wasn't
Wow.
it wasn't shitty at all. I don't think there was a part where I thought, "Damn, this movie is shitty." If you like it's not like a musical, but it is, but it's not, cuz it's good music, and it's the music is good. I will say that. But I do like it. I don't want to spoil anything in case you decide to watch it for some reason. But I liked it. I rated it a 10 out of 10 because I don't watch movies, and half the movies I watch are really good. And yeah. My sister said that it changed her life. She's already watched it 3 times. I've actually watched it twice in a span of 24 hours. It's pretty good. I like it. I can't lie. But anything else from you?
Nope.
All right. I've never actually wrapped up a pod, so it's the first time for me. Woo! All right. Thank you guys for tuning into this episode. Sorry for it being almost 2 hours and us losing Andrew halfway through it, but he came here for the important stuff, and that's all we want. And thank you guys for tuning in, and make sure to have a very tasty day.